Hello, it's Phil here again, and today's video is about running, or the lack of running, because obviously, as you probably noticed, I haven't done any running videos for some time. I've had a few issues with my leg, basically my right leg. I found, I think when we did our longest run, which was pushing 11 kilometers, which is 7 miles or so, and I found that I was getting a real strain in my right hip, really painful. I don't know if it was the actual joint itself or if it's muscular, but it's certainly, as we went on, it seemed to get worse and worse and worse. I think the last kilometre, I kind of just hobbled back. I should have just stopped, to be fair, but I thought no, got to keep going. Typical of me. So hobbled to the end and really suffered as a result. So put some ibuprofen on, took some ibuprofen tablets as well, rubbed some DPs in there, anything to try and relieve it. And then I sort of, then probably did the worst thing you do, is looked online as to see what the problem could be. And there's all kinds of things it could be. There's something called bursitis, which sounds pretty painful, and it probably is. It could be a bad hip joint, maybe something like that. I was reading all kinds of symptoms into it, but it sounds like just strain. And what's the main bit of advice was in relation to this is obviously rest it. So that's why I haven't been running, because if I run it just makes it worse. So I want to actually get it to a point where it will recover completely before I go running again. I don't want to just exacerbate it. There's another week and a half off. I'm a little bit worried about keeping my fitness up. I think it's something I can come back into. I should be okay in terms of getting the fitness back up, but making sure that this isn't affecting me too much going forward. And the other thing I've got to think about is obviously reading up about it. They say you've got to strengthen your glutes, which is the gluteus maximus, which is your butt, basically your butt muscles, as far as I understand. And I've got lots of exercises to basically strengthen those muscles. That's what I'm doing now. So things like leg raises and just different poses. There's some actually from yoga, which helps stretch those muscles, but it's also building strength into them. So when you're actually running, it takes some of that strain off. So you're using the muscles you should rather than the muscles you shouldn't be. And also the glutes apparently are the engine room of your running. So that's where most of your energy comes from. That's where most of your thrust comes from. And if they're a bit weak, and I tend to find, and this is probably the result is, if you're quite sedentary, spend most of your day, as I do, on my backside, typing away into a computer, it's not great for your posture, it's not great for your muscle development. So that's something I have to work upon. Work on more of those exercises to get things moving, and make sure I'm strengthening the right areas. So that's the reason you haven't seen any videos from me for some time about running, because I haven't been able to run. But it feels a lot better now. I've also been encouraged to try some cod liver oil, which I'm doing. So I'm taking some vitamin D tablets, and there's a tablet which has got cod liver oil and something else which helps reduce inflammation of the joints. So that's something else I'm getting used to and have to use. But one of the things I'm also going to do is I'm going to see Anna, who is a pain therapist, and she's really good. She's one of the girls I run with, and what we're going to do is, as soon as she opens up, I'll be able to have a look at this hip and see what the problems are. And also, I've been advised to use one of these, which is a very hard rubber ball, which you then rub your muscles on, as in, put all the weight on and rub it. Starts off quite painful, but it's supposed to break the muscle down and let it knit more effectively. A bit like a deep tissue massage, deep tissue massage, to make you feel better. So that's what I'm going to be doing as well. So hopefully, when all that's done, resting, taking these tablets to provide a bit more joint supplements, whatever it is. Lubrication to the joints with cod liver oil, right kind of exercise, etc. Hopefully, I'll be back on the mend and back out running again. Cause it's funny, I do miss it. It's once you can't do something, you notice how much you miss not being able to do it. So that's one of the things I'll be doing, is as soon as I can get out there, but obviously not to rush it, and to be sensible about it. So watch this space. Take care.